After several months of work, the City of Germantown's proposed budget is ready for review by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen. Widely considered the most impactful work the board undertakes each year, the 3 readings required to approve the city's budget follow months of preparation by our departments, extensive work by the Budget and Performance team, and finally the review and approval by the city's resident-led Financial Advisory Commission.
The City of Germantown budget impacts everything that's purchased, every project that's completed, and every employee that's hired throughout the fiscal year. The budget is developed in accordance with strict financial policies and with a focus on achieving the priorities set forth in the Germantown 2035 strategic plan. In addition, the proposed budget prioritizes public safety, public infrastructure, public schools, and public parks.
The proposed fiscal year 2024 general fund budget is balanced with revenues exceeding expenditures. In its entirety, the City of Germantown budget includes many different funds. Enterprise funds including the Utility Fund and Germantown Athletic Club, and special revenue funds including Germantown Municipal Schools are all included.
The fiscal year 2024 budget includes 32 capital projects that support public infrastructure. Totaling $16.6 million, the capital budget will fund $1.9 million in improvements to drainage, $5.43 million in transportation improvements, $1.25 million in park investments, $4.6 million in utilities, $750,000 to the Germantown Municipal School District, and an additional $833,000 for the purchase of Germantown Elementary and Middle Schools, and more.
The largest component of the city budget is the general fund, which includes police, fire, emergency dispatch, parks, and other core services. The proposed fiscal year 2024 general fund budget includes $71.9 million in expenses, with revenues budgeted at $72.4 million.
The majority of general fund revenues are generated through the city's property tax. Germantown property owners most recently experienced a property rate increase in fiscal year 2018. Originally planned to sustain the city for 5 years, the rate was maintained through a 6th year due to strong local option sales tax revenues and access to federal and state recovery grants following the COVID-19 pandemic.
During this time, the city used these revenues to fund a $500,000 increase in required funding for the Germantown Municipal Schools. The city was also able to hire 17 new public safety employees, invest an additional $1.1 million in road paving, and $6.3 million in improvements to our public schools.
Despite our best efforts to sustain the current property tax rate for another year, continuing inflation is driving the need for an adjustment to the property tax rate. The proposed budget being considered by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen includes a property tax increase of 16.5 cents, taking the Germantown property tax rate to just under $1.84, which is intended to sustain operational spending for the next 2 years.
The city has traditionally set a property tax rate to cover expenditures over the next 5 years. The departure from a planned 5-year increase to a short-term approach is due to the uncertainty surrounding inflation and the economy, and recent discussions by the Germantown Municipal School District pertaining to the development of a new master plan for the Houston High School campus.
Revenue generated by the property tax adjustment will maintain service levels and will provide a continued focus on public safety, public infrastructure, public education, and public parks. Specific items include the purchase of new handguns for the police department and needed updates to the public safety radio system, deferred infrastructure replacement purchases including new patrol cars, paving of additional miles of roadway, and better maintenance of our existing parks assets. The increase will also address a gap in the market wages by providing a 6% increase in employee salaries across the workforce, allowing the city to continue to recruit and retain excellent employees.
Overall, the property tax is allocated across 7 categories. Of the $1.8382, 75 cents is allocated to public safety such as fire and police services, 54 cents to general government including human resources, finance, development, and administration, 17 cents to other expense including GMSD and road paving, 15 cents to community services including parks and libraries, 12 cents to repay debt, 11 cents to transportation and environment including public works and animal services, and 1 penny to reserves to fund future capital expenditures to improve city infrastructure.
While no one wants to pay more in taxes, the city has worked hard to minimize the financial impact to residents. In fact, homeowners with properties valued at $300,000 will pay approximately $123 more annually, or just more than $10 per month. For property owners with homes valued at $450,000, the increase amounts to $186 per year, or $1,550 per month.
Approval of the city's budget requires 3 readings by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, with the second reading including a chance for the public to voice their opinions on the topic. The public is encouraged to provide feedback to the board during the public hearing on the budget, which is currently scheduled for June 12th. The meeting begins at 6 p.m. in the council chambers at Germantown City Hall, which is at 1930 South Germantown Road. And if you can't make it to the meeting, feel free to reach out to your elected officials via email at bma@germantown-tn.gov.